and welcome back to another episode of Web3 TV. We are here live at the Hero event powered by Apta, who is, I'm about to interview the CEO of, Shirom. I'd love to get to know, great speech by the way.
Thank you.
Lovely presentation, really explanatory about the explainability of the new, I would say, better version of ChatGPT. But I want to hear it from you. Firstly, introduce yourself and then we'll get into the story behind Apta.
Sure, amazing. So I'm the CEO of Apta AI. We're a spin out from the University of Cambridge. And essentially our mission is to improve the capabilities of conversational AI. Right now, I think conversation is the best way to interact with technology, but right now the paradigm is centered on large language models like ChatGPT.
Right.
And those models are simply not capable of very much beyond language tasks. So that's what Apta is doing. We're building agents and conversational systems that are capable of a lot more.
Got it. Amazing. So, as we understand, Apta is a separate company to Hero, and you're powering Hero's ability to provide, sort of, like I said, a better version of ChatGPT, which is a better LLM that's just powered, that's purely for crypto.
Correct.
So tell us a bit about the story behind that. How did you come up with this?
Sure. So just kind of a bit of a story to myself. I started my first company in healthcare.
Right.
So it was applying large language models to help summarize a document that's important to discharge a patient. It's called a discharge summary. And through that, I quickly kind of got to understand how useful large language models are, conversational AI, but also a lot of the limitations. And then after I finished that company, I moved on to McKinsey, and I was a consultant there working on Gen AI projects. And there again, we could see how businesses are trying to adopt these technologies, but a lot of the problems they're having. I then founded my own consultancy called Cambridge AI Studios, a technical AI consultancy. And I think through that experience, seeing a range of companies trying to adopt AI, we found that there were kind of two big problems with conversational technology. The first was LLMs that everyone is trying to base things around can't deal with many data types beyond text. But in the real world, we have numbers, we have tables, we have structured data, we have diagrams and charts that these LLMs can't process. And you need those things to do lots of tasks. So I remember there was one client who was an electrical company, and they wanted to be able to ask questions about charts and diagrams in their documents. But because LLMs can't deal with that type of data, they couldn't do anything about it. And then the second problem with LLMs is they just predict the next word. They don't reason. And that means they're not very robust and they're not very capable of very advanced things.
But would you say, and again, I'm only playing devil's advocate, would you say ChatGPT 4 fails to achieve that?
That's a very good question. So GPT 4.0 is a model that's using something very similar to what we're proposing. It's called agentic flow. It's where we use large language models just for what they're good at, which is understanding the user's question and formulating the answer at the end. They're essentially the ears and the mouth of the system. But actually the cognitive work is done by agents, agentic functions. And GPT 4.0 has agentic flow. But these off-the-shelf tools offer what we think are very surface-level capabilities. So just to give you some context, the agents they have are a web search agent, which allows you to answer questions from the web, maybe a bit more accurate, a bit more up-to-date than just relying on the parametric memory of the model, which is outdated. Like, remember when ChatGPT used to say, sorry, I can't answer anything before after 2023 because I'm only trained up to then. But other agents are like a coder agent, which can do maths, or an image analysis agent, or a file upload agent. These are great for like generalist systems that are trying to cater to every use case. Right. They don't have deep capabilities because they don't have those specialized agentic functions you need for a particular task.
I see.
So Apta is different. ChatGPT is a top-down system. It's trying to cater to every use case in one go. We are bottom-up. We build domain by domain by domain. We deeply understand the functionalities in that domain. We build agents around them that GPT doesn't even think of because they're too niche or too small. We power those agents with specific data, which again, ChatGPT doesn't have access to. And the final step we do is to enable complex analytics, our systems aren't reactive. You don't just type a question and it starts computation. We know what users like to ask, the functions they want, and we predict that and preempt that. So that means we do the complex computation early on. So when they type the question in, we can give them very complex tasks with very low latency, so very quickly.
Interesting. Really cool. Cool. All right, we'll wrap things up. Really cool. So going into 2025 and onwards, where do you see this technology going? And what's in the pipeline for Apta?
Sure. So as we've seen today, we've all been showcasing Apta's platform powering Hero.io, which is a new AI assistant which will become the Perplexity be it the Google search of Web3.
Right.
That enables everyone to have democratized access to information and analytics. And we're looking forward to keep pushing the capabilities of that product. We'll be launching at the end of the year and hope to expand the capabilities by enabling automated trading. So just beyond answering questions to actually executing on insights in 2025. We're also building out Apta technology in additional verticals. So we're looking at a partnership in the equity space, so traditional finance, to again help people automate their workflows and get more complex analytics.
I actually have one follow-up question. In the same way that you've just created a more agentic flow type ChatGPT, what's stopping other market entrants from entering the market and also creating their own crypto-based ChatGPT?
Very good question. I think this comes down to two things. The first really big technical barrier is producing a framework which enables agentic flow to be preemptive. That's something that's built on PhD research from the University of Cambridge from my co-founders. That's not simple. And specifically when you have, what we're trying to do is to build a conversational system that can orchestrate lots of functions. It's very hard to build a system that can understand the intent of a user and channel it to the right agent. But not just channel it to the right agent, chain agents together in the correct format, which is incredibly difficult to do. It's a whole field called task decomposition and prompt routing. So we have a lot of expertise in these two steps, preemption, but also making task decomposition and route prompting. I think from a more higher level, a big problem is other companies might not have access to the proprietary data streams that we do through our collaboration with Hero. Hero has its own Hero research arm, which is collecting proprietary data on a lot of crypto projects, and we also leverage that in our technology, which gives us more advanced capabilities than anyone else.
Interesting. Got it. Okay, wow, okay. Thanks so much, Shirom. I appreciate your time, and very insightful. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much for watching. Hope you found this insightful, and we will see you at the next episode. So stay tuned, and I'll see you very soon. Cheers.
Thank you.